Yo, what's going on everyone? Miles Midoriya here, and we got a new trailer for Bel-Air Season 2, and we're going to be doing a quick trailer breakdown of that. What's going on between Will and the family? Looks like it won't be fixed too quickly. We hear Will say he can't go back to the way things were. Jeffrey says to him, a real man doesn't avoid hard things, he faces what scares him. Moving through the scenes, we hear Aunt Viv say the house just isn't the same when, and it jumps to Uncle Phil saying when Will's not home. Carlton asks Will what's going on. He says he just wants to take care of himself and he's staying in South LA. From the last season, he was upset with how things were handled regarding his father and he couldn't trust him. Will for now at least has officially left the Banks home and is on his own. That rhymed a little. But from what Jeffrey said, it seems he's avoiding going back there and he's not facing it. I don't know if he's staying with Jazz or by himself, but either way, he's gonna have to have some money, right? Well, Carlton asked where'd the money come from. Will told him that he got it from a couple street ball games. You could tell something's gonna go wrong with that. Somebody's gonna lose the game and get mad. In another scene, Jeffrey's talking to Uncle Phil and he says he did what he did for Will's sake and that he's reverting back to his old ways. Then we hear Will telling someone that West Philly Will is back. He must not remember what happened to him in Philly. He in a whole new state and city. He don't need to be wilding out. He don't know how people are gonna be reacting and he doesn't need to go overboard with it. So we will be seeing some of the first season Will return and it could get him to start to ruin some of the things he worked for a little in Bel-Air. I think the him that's out there doesn't have to go backwards, but mix both of you from Philly and what you are learning or adding to while you're out there in Bel-Air. One of the new characters got shown off in the trailer, Doc Hightower. Will says that he's a big time scout who's helped players get to the pros, and Doc says to him that fancy Bel-Air team got him and his game soft, and if he come works for him, sky's the limit. That right there isn't going to end well. In another scene, one of Will's teammates says you need to watch your mouth, and he says to him maybe he is on the wrong team. Will may have been feeling himself in this scene. He could have mentioned that they're holding him back, or he's better than the team. If this happens after he talks to Doc Hightower, then this is just gonna be going downhill. Like he probably gonna be really like, oh man, this team is making me soft. I can go do better somewhere else. It's okay to believe in your talents, but you ain't gotta act like you better than everybody else. After that happens, we see Lisa tell Will that they can't be friends anymore. Just taking a guess, he might have pushed her away a little bit. The stuff happening with his family, him playing street ball, living on his own, and many other things. She probably was trying to tell him, you know, fix stuff with your family, get everything back in order. You know, she don't want him to do anything reckless. Ultimately, it led to them not being friends anymore. I think towards the end of the season, these two will be cool again, whether it's in a relationship or just a friendship. Just from the snippet from the trailer, the influence that Doc Hightower may have on Will's life could hurt him, and Doc may help him with basketball, but it may turn him into the version that he shouldn't be. Will looks like he might not be without somebody though, a new possible love interest. In front of character video I did, Jackie is supposed to be in the show, so that's another person from the original series making a return early on. Tyra Banks did a good job playing that character, and it'll be interesting to see how this version of Jackie will be. A few other things I noticed about Will in the trailer: him and Carlton get pulled over by the police. One of the cops is black, but they could have gotten pulled over because they were black in a nice car. I doubt Will went and did something. Either way, not going to be a good experience for both of them. This could be a reference to the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air episode where Carlton and Will had to deliver one of Uncle Phil's friends' cars to where they were at and they got pulled over. I don't think they'll get taken in. Most likely they'll recognize Carlton's last name. From the first season, I don't remember him really having a bad experience with the cops, so this may be his first one. From a show that I watched called All American, one of the characters is from more like a rich neighborhood and the other one isn't, so he kind of knew how the cops acted versus the rich one, and he just had like a bad experience with it and his dad had to explain it to him. This experience may change his perspective on how he looks at the police and just add to the character changing even more, or just find a way to talk themselves out of it. The other scene is Will and Jazz are running fast on a boat dock, so it could be one of the Banks family members having a party. We do see a quick scene of Hillary on a boat talking to Ivy, and Saweetie is supposed to be in the first episode. If this is the first episode, then Saweetie's going to be performing and they're just trying to make sure they get to the boat on time. I'm interested to hear y'all thoughts on this one. Will goes to a barbershop. This may be a character that we see here and there, but could it also be Tariq Johnson, one of other Will's friends from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Next up is Carlton. He says he's trying to be someone different. The BSU, the protest. We did see Will roll down a banner that said Black Teachers Matter, so something's going to be happening at that school that started that. And he continued with all the people see are his mistakes. And we see some dude push Carlton, and man, Carlton is not afraid to throw them hands because we see him punching the dude while he's on the ground. In that same scene, I guess it was before or after the fight, he's upset. He's saying that he's having anxiety trying to fit into the Bel-Air bubble. It seems like Carlton this season is trying to get along with the students more, especially the black students. From what I remember in season 1, one of the girls said that he didn't really attend or go to any of the meetings that they had. He's a part of the BSU, the Black Student Union, and he's helping out with the protests and stuff, and it's not working. It's going to take some time for people to get used to you trying to change. It's not going to happen instantly. I want to see this character continue to grow. We do know from the character synopsis that the Black Student Union president Yasmin is impressed with Carlton's contributions to the club, so he will make a friend with someone eventually. I also wonder what caused him to get upset in that last scene, but whatever it is, he's tired of being in that Bel-Air bubble, and that dude that approached him at the wrong time. In this trailer, we get to see the original Ashley Banks, Tatiana Ali, talking to the new Ashley Banks, telling her never ever let anyone try to change you. The new Ashley Banks says they can't do this to you, and Tatiana Ali says fight for your principles. I don't know what character Tatiana Ali will be playing, whether she's a teacher or a counselor. We seen earlier when Will rolled down that banner and it said Black Teachers Matter, so something's going on with that, and they must have wanted them to change, and she's telling her not to change. I like how they brought in Tatiana Ali to talk to the new Ashley Banks to give her advice or whatever role that she plays in this show. In the same scene, Ashley says they can't do this to you, so either she got fired or she got suspended for what happened. And this is why we start to see the protests happen for some of the black teachers. Hillary is in another situation again. Hillary tells Ivy they need to talk about their partnership. Ivy's response was she's a boss and she's just trying to bring it out of her. Then the scene jumps to Jazz saying if you don't set the tone, she's going to keep walking all over you. Ivy might be doing things her way and taking over more in the partnership role than intended. Hillary's vision for what she originally wanted to do must not be happening, and she talked to Jazz and he's letting her know you had to set the tone, let her know her inputs and what she wants to get done. If not, she's just gonna be there along for the ride, contributing nothing while Ivy is achieving what she wants out of the deal. I wanted to add this in here. In one of the scenes, Hillary's wearing a Banks family reunion shirt, so that's cool. We're gonna see a Banks family reunion episode, or at least part of the episode. I don't think we got that in the original. It was mostly Aunt Viv's family and Uncle Phil's mom and dad. Which is nothing wrong with that. It was always fun to see those characters when they popped on screen. Moving along to Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv. Aunt Viv says she can't believe he's going back so soon. Uncle Phil says, you know he can't sit still for too long. Aunt Viv in another scene says, when is it her time to feel valued? She's talking to a crowd of people saying she wished to create a legacy where they're represented. Last part of the trailer with them in it, Uncle Phil says it's time she takes her gloves off. Uncle Phil is getting back to work. In one of the scenes, he has a file in front of him and he kind of doesn't look too happy, or he's just thinking about stuff, maybe his family, because he was trying to give Aunt Viv a kiss and she pulled away, so things at home aren't on point. There's going to be some struggles there, especially with both of them working on their careers and trying to make sure that they're okay. Then Uncle Phil looks to be getting irritated at someone possibly at his job. Don't know who it is, maybe it was someone that was in that conference room, but either way, we know Uncle Phil don't play. Aunt Viv in this season looks to be focusing more on her career, whether it's painting or whatever she wants to do, but she's not feeling valued, maybe by Uncle Phil or painting. So she's going to be doing something about it. From what she mentioned earlier, she wants to create a legacy where they are represented. I can't wait to see what she'll be working on. Uncle Phil looks to be supporting her, wherever part that they got that from, but either way, it looks like she's stepping up more and doing some of the stuff that she wants to do. But y'all let me know in the comment section down below, what are your thoughts and theories about what's going to happen in Bel-Air Season 2. Here's some more Bel-Air content to check out. Thank you all for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.